Hey everyone, Trevor Daly with MagMod. I am excited. As you can see, I got 4 amazing photographers with me today for our How I Shot It. We actually had them on about a year ago, and so I'm excited to bring them back. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to have each one of these amazing photographers go around and introduce themselves real quick, and then we're going to tell you why all 4 of them are here with me today on this How I Shot It. So, Amber, why don't we start with you?
Hi, I'm Amber Henry. You might know me because I have been using MagMod in MagMod for many, many years. I am a portrait and wedding photographer based out of Michigan, USA.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Benavides. I am a wedding and portrait photographer here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Been here doing it for quite a while. Love MagMod. That's why we're here. And that's all I got.
And then we got Arno. Arno, you're coming to us from the Netherlands, and it's like midnight right now, right?
Yes, almost time to sleep, but yes. Hi, I'm Arno. I'm from the Netherlands, Europe, and I'm a MagMod ambassador for quite a long time, a few years, and I'm a wedding and portrait photographer here in Europe.
Mate, I'm on the other side of the world, 7:30 in the morning. Got me out of bed. Arno's getting ready to go to bed. I'm getting out. It's beautiful. So yeah, guys, I'm Ben Connolly. You may remember me from such events as the last Fab Four that we did. I'm a wedding photographer all the way over here in lonely Australia. And just to let you know, I'm not a MagMod ambassador yet, Trevor.
That was like, hey, MagMod. Well, Ben, you certainly deserve it. In fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you just win some Australian Photographer of the Year award or something like that?
Thank you. I didn't want to blow my own trumpet, but yes, I'm super duper happy. I just managed to win Australian Creative Photographer of the Year for the Australian Awards here. That was a couple of weeks ago. So I won the creative category and also won the overall division. So yeah, Australian Creative Photographer of the Year for 2025.
That's amazing. So everything Amber taught you worked.
Yes, and Arno helped a little bit, but
Yeah, it's me. It's mostly me.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. So, hey Ben, you hinted towards it, the Fab Four event in 2025. So I'm gonna let you there. Oh, look at that! You guys even have fancy shirts.
That's the vintage one, mate.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So we had you guys on. It was I don't remember exactly when it was, but maybe it was 6 months, 8 months ago, or maybe it was a year ago. But we had you on. You guys were telling us a little bit about the Fab Four event you were planning for 2025, and that happened in Vegas right around the time of WPPI. Maybe tell everyone what happened and then what you guys are planning coming up.
So we had an awesome 2-day event in Vegas just before WPPI. We had about 19 participants, I think, that came along. We had a schedule that we felt was going to be awesome, that we felt was going to work and that sort of stuff. And we soon realized that we kind of needed to adapt things and change things a little bit so that the students had more time shooting, more time building portfolios and that sort of stuff. So we kind of manipulated things on the fly a little bit and changed the Sunday or changed the second day around to make it really, really shooting heavy and a lot of sort of outdoor shoots and that sort of stuff, and worked really, really well. All the participants had a really great time. Took a lot of photos, and hopefully we're going to see quite a few of them coming back for this year as well.
That's really cool. So I actually saw some of the videos you guys were doing. It did look like you had not only you guys who were out there doing lots of photos, but it looked like you're having a good time, even just kind of as a group, like a family, basically, which I really enjoyed seeing.
We always have a good time. Sometimes it gets in the way of, professionalism, but I think that's why we work well together, because the 4 of us, we just enjoy our company. We enjoy being together. We enjoy this life. I mean, we get to make and create art for a living.
That's cool.
I mean, what else could you ask for? So,
that's really
yeah.
cool. So
I have a great dysfunctional family, Trevor.
We are.
Well, I love that you guys call yourselves the Fabulous Four. I love this. I want to make sure we pull this up. So what are the dates of your workshop coming up in 2026?
So it is February 25 through to February 27 of 2026. It's going to be in the same place in Las Vegas at a venue called Meet, which is pretty much right in the center of that Fremont Street precinct.
Nice.
And it means we get to go out and shoot in that Fremont Street area. We've got special permits to do that. There's a whole lot of new stuff and a new flow that we've got planned for this year. We're having a 3-day event. Last year, our participants said that they wanted more. They wanted 3 days. So now we've thrown in 3 days. We're going to have the same incredible toilet shootout, I think, that we had last year. We're going to do something different, whether it's a car park shootout or something, but it's going to be something horrific like it was last year. The participants.
Ben, I gotta stop for just a second. I don't know if it was the Australian accent.
You don't know about this, do
He
you?
doesn't know what you're talking about.
Wait, what? Did you say toilet shootout?
Yes. So very quickly, we were wandering around meat, and I think it might have been Chris's idea. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Oh, Amber's idea, sorry. We're wandering around, and there was a talk of some photos in the toilet, and then Amber's gone, let's all do one photo in the toilet to show what we do, how we see things. And it turned into the toilet shootout, and from that toilet shootout we got some really cool photos, and we had to perform like trained monkeys in the toilet with about 19 people standing around watching us, judging us, all kinds of stuff. And so we all pulled out a couple of photos each, and they're very cool. So what I might do is I'll send you those toilet shootout photos, and if you want to share them, you'll know that they were done in a toilet in Las Vegas with pressure going.
They weren't in a toilet, they were in a bathroom.
Well, in a bathroom.
This is just where the speech goes. So we're not inside, sitting inside a toilet, but we're in a ladies' restroom, which had, you walk into a room, you just see all these opportunities to shoot. So I went into the ladies' restroom, and I was like, oh, this is cool. It's got this and this. And I brought Chris in, and Chris is like, hey, this is good. So we just wound up all having a competition to see whose bathroom photos were the best, but with all of the students also in the restroom with us. And it was insane, and it was a lot of fun. And we just call it the toilet shoot now.
Well, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think in Australia, or at least I know in Europe, they call bathrooms toilets, right? Like
They do.
the
toilet,
toilet.
Right.
So
Yeah, Arno loves shooting in the toilet. It's one of his favorite
I
pastimes.
am always creative in the toilet.
I think one of Amber's comments was probably, hey, let's do something in the toilet. Let's see what you idiots can do. So
it was probably close to that.
so
Probably.
we did that. But moving right along, we've got some really cool stuff planned for the attendees. We've got a choose your own adventure sort of style thing going on. We're going to have a shooting bay room set up with shooting bays where
it's cool.
the attendees can head in there, set up their own shoots, do their own thing. We're going to have a couple of flash bays, one constant lighting bay. We've got some of our sponsors are also set up in there with tables so that participants can use their gear and that sort of thing.
That's really cool.
We've also got a desert shoot planned, so we're going to ship a few people out to the desert and throw some flying dresses around and get a bit creative out there. We've got some light painting, everything's really packed into these 3 days, and it's going to be something very different that we're all really excited about.
You guys plan this right around WPPI time period, is that right? Is it just before or just after WPPI?
Right before WPPI.
Right before WPPI. So people can go get these amazing shoots in. And not only that, but I think what's cool is then they have these friends that then they can spend a few days at WPPI also running around with these friends. So it's kind of like you build this community, this family, and now you have people to hang out with while you're in Vegas for WPPI as well, if you decide to stay. So
yeah, it was pretty exciting last year. There was a bit of a buzz, and there's a lot of talk around WPPI about sort of what we did. So
that's cool.
We're trying to build that, and we've got new shirts for this year as well. Like this one's the vintage, but all of our attendees get a really special 2026 Fab 4 shirt. So yeah,
that's really cool. Well, hey, I did put up some text here that has a coupon code, MM2025. You guys were kind enough to create a coupon code for anybody that is watching this. You can go save yourself $500 when you register. And I'm going to make sure, I'm going to pull this up one more time. There's a QR code right here that if you guys go scan that, and if they don't see the QR code, where can they find more information about this? I think it was on one of your websites that you can go find it.
Yep. It's my website. So just amberhenryphotography.com.
Okay.
If you type in Amber Henry Fab 4, links pop up. So
Cool.
pretty easy to find us. Yep.
Awesome.
And we're also on Insta, Fab4 Creators on Insta, and we've also got a very steadily growing Facebook group where we'll post all of this stuff as well. So
Nice.
we're all sharing stuff in the Facebook group. So that's really good too.
Well, I am excited for people to check that out. Now we have the 4 of you, and I want to take advantage of our time together because you guys are all so incredibly talented. And you guys were kind enough to send in some images, and I'm going to bring these up. We'll go one by one. I think we have about 3 images for each of you. I think Chris was extra in set 4, but
Chris is always extra.
Always Chris.
no, I think it was, I'm only giving you a hard time, Chris. It was actually 2 images in the same spot.
My name's Chris. I'm extra.
I said 4.
No. So
At least it wasn't 12.
No, so we'll bring these images up, and then if you guys can tell us a little bit about the images, how you shot it, what modifiers you use, and I believe that on a lot of these we also have some behind the scenes, either some video or some photos. So I'll let you guys kind of direct the show, but let me pull up the first one here. So I believe this is you, Amber. Can you tell us about this?
That's me. Right. Yeah. So I've done a shot a couple different ways, but the problem is that you have to have the location has to be good. So I don't want anything behind me. So I need a spot that has no trees, no buildings. I have to be able to, plus you want a pretty looking sky. Here in Michigan, a lot of the times we just have like no clouds, just kind of a gray, kind of a black. So if I get a wedding and they have a blue sky with clouds, I'm going to photograph it because that's such a blessing here. So this is the gentleman getting ready in the morning. And obviously the groom has really cool hair. So I thought, oh, him outside with the wind, kind of sharp. He had gotten the groomsmen all of these glasses with this yellow tint, and the yellow tint looked so good in the shade. It reminded me of the movie Sin City. You ever seen Sin City? It's that old comic booky, and then they would kind of go in and do these really cool touches of color. Each character had this little touch of color, and there was one who had these kind of neon-y glasses. So I thought the glasses looked pretty sharp in the shade as well. So I used one light. I want to say I had like a GT200, so one small light with high-speed sync, and I had a Meg grid on it, which was really important because if that flash had gone off into the guys, then it would have ruined the point of the image, which was to make the groom stand out. You can see the groomsmen, you can see all of them, but having the groom stand out in the light was critical. So Mag Grid to the rescue, popped that on there, and then I did send it behind the scenes if you want to show it.
Yeah.
So you can see that we're in a field, which is where I usually am on weddings. My wedding clients are down-to-earth, farmer, everyday worker clients. So we have lots of locations where you can get really. So this is just us standing outside. That's right out of camera. Us standing outside the venue. And immediately I saw something really cool. And I wanted to get the groomsmen hyped. I wanted them to be on board with today. Like today we're going to create cool stuff, not your average wedding. So then I took some time and I showed them all the back of the camera, which is the best thing you can do when you take an amazing photo on a wedding. Show them what you're doing, because you can kind of hear, they get hyped, they start talking, they talk about it. The rest of the day, they go around bragging about this image that you took that they were in. And then my favorite thing in this video is you hear the groom, and he said, man, I'll write another paycheck right now. Like, he's like, that was worth every penny. I'll write another check right now. Like, yes, amazing. One photo. It's also great as a female photographer, my girls out there, to get the groomsmen on your side, because days are long and they can be difficult and people drink. So to have the groomsmen in your corner, them knowing that you're going to create something really cool, helps them listen throughout the rest of the day, and then it's easier for everybody. Lots of fun.
I love that. And you know what? It's so important. When you do show people those images, you're right. It gets them on your side. It gets them, it's like, okay, I'm confident that Amber's going to make us look badass throughout the whole day.
Absolutely.
So that's cool. I do love those glasses too. That's almost like a necessity now. You got to tell every crew, hey, get these glasses. Really cool. Super cool shot. One other thing I was just going to point out is, did you guys ever notice, and I've never actually tested this, but I think in this video it looked like you had the flash, the GT200, and the mag ring. And from my again, I haven't tested it, but from my experience, it seems like when you put it in the mag ring, it flags it a little bit as well. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so you get that kind of the flagging plus the grid on the front, and yeah. So
I leave the ring. I'm guilty of leaving the rings on all of my lights. That way, if I do want to throw the softbox up there, or I want it's so fast and so quick.
yeah,
And then I don't mind like the shape even in the background. I'll put sometimes the shape with the sphere around it. Still looks really good. So yeah, no, I use the meg ring obsessively.
that's awesome.
Actually.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, thanks so much, and I really enjoyed that video too. It's funny because in that video, I don't think you're gonna be able to hear it when we play this on YouTube, but everyone, all the guys are like, yeah, this is amazing, and they're freaking out, which is pretty
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. You get them hyped up, and then if you want to see any more behind the scenes, on my TikTok, Amber Henry Photography at TikTok, I post a lot of behind the scenes to encourage other photographers. Like, look, this is the location you got. We're a field. This is not great. You have to pull out something creative. We did the traditional. We did the groomsmen standing together in hands in pockets and walking. We did all of that. But if you want to stand out in your field, show the location of where you're shooting, and then show the results, because both other photographers will get hyped up and get excited, but then clients see this as well. And they hire you because they're like, hey, I didn't have a lot of money to spend on a great venue, or it is what it is, but I know this photographer is going to create something amazing because I've watched them on TikTok or Instagram, for years. So
That's cool.
Did
I
you
like
hear that? Did you hear that, Arno? Amber can show you how to take photos properly.
he's almost there. One day.
I love it. You guys are gonna, lots of banter. I wish we had everything recorded before we even started recording.
No, I'm glad we did not. No.
The amount these guys go, it's really funny. Awesome. Well, I love it, and great tips right there. So thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Chris. I believe this is your image. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this was actually a video that I had done for Flash Masters, and it was based out for Vegas. It was a Vegas shoot that I wanted to do for them. However, that I thought about, I wanted to turn in something. I knew that every time I hear this, Chris, you live in Vegas. It's like it's so nice, everything's so pretty. Well, I just wanted to show people that things don't have to be nice. Amber once told me, Chris, you don't have to gel everything. My answer to her is, yes, you do have to gel everything. That's my damn answer. And it's always going to be that answer, because I just feel that color will always just transform a spot, transform anything. And I just love it. And in this photo here, once you look at that BTS, it's a 3-light setup. We have a blue light, and then we have a magenta light on the other side. You'll see it right there in the corner. And then we're using the 24-inch softbox. And one of the things that I like to do is, you can see there, we never stay still. We're always moving. My model's always moving. I suck at posing. I'm not a poser. I'm not one of those guys. I am just one of those guys that says, you keep moving, I keep pulling the trigger. I do give a little bit of advice when I start seeing things. But here in this what was cool about it was that I had told her to make sure to spread her arms as she was like touch the tip of the cars as she was walking to create this awesome shot walking. But I ended up liking more the one where she's actually leaning in and just kicking that boot up. And I just love the image, love the composition, and I just love the expression. It was just boom, done.
It is a great image. I actually was wondering how you got those 2 white strips of light in the background, but it looks like that's actually on the wall. Is that right?
Yeah, actually. So that's actually a place that you go in and you get happy. You get stuff that makes you happy. Let's keep it PG-13 on here. Yeah. So that they have a very creative wall. It has some beams. But when I've taken the image, I took an engagement session the day before there. I noticed it's just very simple. It's just a white strip. So I said, what can we do? So just adding gels, adding color. And one of the biggest tips I'll tell people is, one thing is, don't photograph. Always think of a painter. If you like this kind of image, if you like the way that I shoot, my way of shooting is never about clicking. It's more about painting. And I always think as a paintbrush. Like, if this was a painting, what colors would I use to paint my story? And this is the story that I want to tell with color.
Chris, you always have very saturated colors. Is there a trick that you do in post in order to really make those colors more saturated, or do you typically just
Yeah. So
yeah, go ahead.
So one of the things, the first trick is you'll never see any of my flashes go above 32, 64 power. I try to keep them at 128, extremely saturated. I gave the other trick that I'll give, you're gonna have to go to the Fab 4, but there's a certain thing that you do on your camera that I always tell people that will elevate that saturation look. A lot of people are scared of doing it, but if you have a good camera, it can get done.
Nice.
So go to the Fab 4, you'll learn that one. But then after that, I process my images with 3 different programs. And I really kick in the color. And I'm very, like I tell you, if you were to see me edit, I am not a 1-click, 2-click, or I let a program do things for me. No, like I literally go with a paintbrush, and I love to paint my stuff because I always say this, inspect what you expect. So I am very detailed. Detail is everything to me. So I just like things to look a certain way.
I love that. That's awesome. That's really, really cool.
Like your hair, Chris.
What's that?
Like my hair.
Gotta be, dude, hair number 65's out of place. Just adjust that, will you?
I will.
Oh, Trevor, we have hair wars all the time.
hair,
We are
my hair.
constantly arguing about hair.
Hair wars. I like it. I like it. Hey, speaking of color, Ben, Mr. Australia, this one's pretty incredible.
God.
I love this photo so much.
This one actually, this got me 3rd place in the creative category in the Australian Awards, and then my other photo got me 1st place, and I think the 2 of them combined is what managed to get me the win. So
that's so cool. I was gonna say who got 1st if this got 3rd, so that's
yeah,
incredible.
I got 1st.
He beat himself.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this was just taken at a little chapel. It's pretty well known up in the hinterland of where I am. I can honestly say with you, the biggest downfall about doing what I do and working in Australia is that where I am, pretty much all we've got is beach and mountains to work with. Like there's no cool architecture, there's no crazy lights, there's nothing like that. So for me, I'm kind of very much like Chris. I've got to walk into a venue or walk into a scene and not see what's there, but see what I can possibly create from it. And sometimes it challenges the brain, but other times it's quite easy. And with this location, it's pretty easy because the guy that owns and built this chapel actually bought me some quite high intensity outdoor battery operated LED lights.
Nice.
And whenever I go up to that venue, and they cost thousands. And whenever I go up to that venue, I actually place those lights behind the chapel, and that's what you see lighting up the trees. I have done shots there using multiple flashes, but I just found that the LEDs do a better job, and I can leave them set up while I'm setting everything up for a shot like this. But pretty much this shot is only done with 2 flashes. There's 2 flashes on cheetah stands and can I just say the best thing I've ever gotten are the mag shoes from you, man. Like they are,
I love the Meg shoes.
I've got like 5 in my bag, and I use every single one of them every single wedding. So I've got one flash with a grid on it, about 3 meters behind the couple, because it's not a long chapel, so it's behind them with a grid on it, and it's just to sort of separate them and pull them out from the background. And then I have another flash which is hidden behind, as you look at the photo, hidden behind the right-hand wall, and it's just up really high with a softbox on it. And all I do is I direct them in such a way that I turn their body away from the light a little bit and turn their head back in, so that I can sort of light them up and light their faces up more so than their body. And I kind of work out what pose or what sort of direction is going to work with that lighting. And then I sort of kind of tell them to do that. And that's how this comes about. This photo was actually done in 3 different exposures, because to get it all like that was just not going to happen. So there's one exposure simply for the couple. There's another exposure for the chapel and the inside and sort of slightly, little bits of the outside of the chapel. Then there's another exposure for the trees and the sky and that sort of stuff. And then in Photoshop, I just lay them all together and rub out things, manipulate things, and bring it up to that final image.
So Ben, in order to create those 3 photos, did you have your camera on a tripod then?
Yep. So camera's on a tripod, nothing moves. I take the first photo of them, and then once I'm happy with that photo, and I'll zoom in. I'll do magnified focus so that I can focus on them. I'll flick the camera to manual focus so that nothing changes. No settings change, no focus changes. I'm on manual focus when I photograph them. And then once that's done, I say, guys, come on out, don't touch anything. I run in there and I grab the flashes and pull them out of the shot, and then I continue for the other 2 shots so that I'm not trying to edit them out of shots afterwards.
It's an incredible shot. There's a term that I've used before, and I don't remember where I learned this from, but it's a term called punctum. Have you guys ever heard that term? I think it's Punctum, I think. But what it is when you look at an image and then you're like, oh, that's a really cool photo. And then all of a sudden something stands out like that you didn't see originally. Like all of a sudden it's like, boom, like what? And for me, it's when you see the galaxy, the sky, and you see, I don't know, I'm not an astronomer, but is that the Milky Way?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see it showing up there, it's like, what? Like, dang, that's incredible. That's the punctum for me. That's what stands out. And it really just takes that image even to, it's a beautiful image even without that, but it surprises me. It takes it to another level. So really cool stuff.
Can I just say that I saw this image. You posted it somewhere. I don't remember. I don't know if we were even friends yet, but you posted that image and I've
done a few. Yeah.
I stopped what I was doing and I was just dissecting it and staring at it, and it was so well orchestrated and planned and thought out that you could tell it had love behind it. Like, this is an image that the photographer put thought and purpose and heart into. And that's one of the things that I adore about all of us, but Ben especially, is that he really has an eye, but he has a heart for creation and for taking his clients and trying something new and trying something hard with them. And in the long run, it pays off, because Ben is a big print comp contributor, and I love print comp as well. And now he has this amazing award that is just such a beautiful achievement of somebody who has put their heart into this industry that we all love so much. So this is one of the reasons why this group of people are so amazing to be around, just because we all have such a heart for creation. So I just wanted I adore that image. I adore photographers and their brains and how everything works, and I'm so proud of these guys. I'm so proud of everybody here.
Love that.
That's the same exact thing when I saw a photo of Arnold
in the toilet.
I was going to say, Trevor, I'm glad that you don't have the behind the scenes of that, because you would have seen the ADHD maniac running around getting all that done. It would have ruined everything that Amber just said.
That's funny.
Come on, let's try it.
I think the biggest thing that one can take from it is when what you're saying, Amber, is oftentimes we just need to slow down and and get those really incredible images that where we take our creativity to another level, as opposed to just creating shots. So good stuff. Love it.
Slow down and breathe and look at a scene and think, what can I create here?
Yeah.
As opposed to, I'll just get what's there.
Yeah, and that whole part of that is you have to literally visualize it, right? You have to see it, oh, okay, I want that galaxy up there, and I want the trees lit, and good.
You've got to know how to use your camera. This was one thing that we struggle with, and I struggle with teaching sometimes, and I think we had a little problem at the Fab 4 as well, is that some of the participants didn't know how to very quickly and effectively change settings and adjust settings and get things happening on their camera to make a photo happen. And if things are happening super quick and you don't understand how to go to a 5-second shutter or how to delay something, or how to change a flash to second function to sync or something like that, then it's all overwhelming and you just shut down. So knowing how to use your camera is the biggest.
Right.
Very-
Very cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. Good stuff. Arnold, you ready to take the mic?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we got this.
No.
No.
We got this super creative shot from Mr. Arnold. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, this is a pretty simple one. I used a kaleidoscope, a toy for kids.
Uh-huh.
I stole one from my kids, and I break it apart, and then you see there are 3 mirrors inside.
Here, let me pull up a
And-
bigger camera, Arnold, so you can see more of that.
You can see it.
Okay. Yep.
That's an original. I bought a new one for my kid because they were angry on me.
Oh.
This one, that's the one that was break apart, and you can see a triangle mirror inside that. And what I did, it was an ugly room, so I posed a model in a room. There was a little bit yellow colored daylight, so I used an f-stop 4, and I used the MagSphere to lit my model straight in the face. Light for her to as a key light, and I used 2 speed lights with MagGel blue, MagGel orange, no, MagGel red. So there was a mix inside the mirror, and that creates a super nice bokeh effect. So yeah, super simple, super easy, super fast, and when you have something like this in your bag, you always can create magic on any location.
I love that. So Arnold, you had 3 flashes then, one with the MagSphere and 2 each one gelled. Is that right?
Yeah, and the yellow light is the hybrid light from the light on the ceiling. There was some sort of vintage light, some yellow colored light. And normally I shoot on f-stop 8, but for this I shoot on f-stop 4, so there was more light on my sensor, so I can use the color gel light, and I can use the available light there.
So Arnold, I don't think I have a behind the scenes on this one, but can you tell me the placement, and maybe I missed it, but tell me the flashes with the gels, are they pointed back towards you?
No, they are into my camera.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
And because I'm using that thing in front of my camera,
Yeah.
don't use a big lens, use a smaller lens, because a big lens has too much glass. So if you use a 35 2.0 lens or something like that, or a 50 mil 2.8 cheap lens, place it in front of your lens.
Yep.
And towards the light to your lens, into the lens, and that reflected light, and the yellow light in the photo. Yeah, that's a little bit bonus. I saw that in my camera. I thought, oh wow, that's a nice mixed light from the available light on the ceiling, and the 2 lights with the MagMod gels on it.
Love it. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Very cool.
There's a lot of MagMod placement there for you, Trevor. This
Yeah.
There is.
is gold.
Hold on. I'm actually oh, there we go. Yeah, so man, there's so much to unpack already just in this little round 1 of images. I feel like there's so many little tips and little things. Arnold, are you keeping that broken kaleidoscope now in your bag now that you bought your kids a new one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll take this one to Vegas, so the Fab 4 students can use it.
You know, I saw a reel the other day. It was a photographer, and I don't remember who it was, so I can't give the guy credit right now. But he had a like a tackle box, like a fishing tackle box that he said he would bring to all the weddings, and he would keep all these little, trinkets and jewels and different things like that to use for ring shots and whatever. I thought that's kind of a fun little deal. So anyhow.
Yeah, I have a ThinkTech airporter full of stuff like that, with glasses, with special creative things, small bottles, toilet paper rings with silver inside for creating a super nice bokeh effect. So yeah. A prism, a prisms.
Arno likes the toilet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Seems like there's a theme. Definitely.
but you've got to watch him because he'll steal your kids' toys and photograph with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also, like, on that kaleidoscope thing, we've got
Right.
some amazing filters that we're bringing to Vegas this year from SZ Filters that you actually put on your lens, and they can rotate, and you add those with flash and with MagMod gels and stuff like that, and you can get some incredible colors and stuff. Some of the new profile photos for Chris were done with that. So
That's cool.
Yeah, they're one of our sponsors for the Fab Four. So we're actually going to have them in hand for students to play with, to put on prisms and rainbows and glitter and all kinds of things that are just right into the filters that go right in the lenses. So yeah, they're one of our incredible sponsors. They're sending us toys. In fact, Chris just got a shipment today full of lenses for the Fab Four. So we're so excited to give them to everybody's hands and play with them because they're a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I love how you guys are planning so like far ahead. I mean,
It's almost overwhelming how much we have planned for this.
yeah. I mean, we're in August and it's in February, and I just love how you guys are. I mean, already getting shipments, and it's awesome. You already got your shirt design. So,
oh, well, no, this is the vintage. The new one is in production now. We're trying to find. We need to find another shirt supplier.
you can get your toilets picked out. Everything's rocking and rolling. I love it.
Mhm.
Hey guys, that was round one of the images. We got 2 more rounds, and then after that, if it's not too late for Arno, I want to do a little fast money round where I'm gonna throw some questions at you and see if you guys have some answers that might be some fun little tips for photographers as well. So should we start with round 2 of images here?
Let's do it.
All right, Amber, I'm gonna pass the mic over to you. We got a couple really cool photos, and I believe there's a behind the scenes as well. Tell us about this.
Oh, okay. So I do weddings and portraits. I do a lot of seniors, which I know for Ben and Arno don't really have a senior market over there, but here in the States, the senior market is booming. So I love my seniors, and I love right now because they're so creative. They love to interject anything that's them, their hobbies, their ideas, their anything. We have done so many different things with our seniors. So this particular beautiful girl, she loves Harry Potter, and her family is really big in the sci-fi world, and they kind of grew up with the stories. Yeah, obviously she reads a lot, and so one of her requests for her senior portraits was to include her Harry Potter stuff. So her house, her robe, she went down to Universal Studios to buy a lot of these things so they were authentically from the brand. So I can't just give her boring. I have to give her something incredible because this is a big piece of who she is. So we went to this location, these gardens that are close to me, and this is actually like a little hidden spot. It's a hidden spot I found a couple years ago, and it's off the beaten path, and you have to kind of go down some ways, and we have to carry everything with us. So it's a little bit of work, but the reward is there. So in this one, I want to say that we use 3 lights. So I have a side light and a light behind her, and then I have the main light with the MagMod softbox that Mom is holding. And I want to say I used the Meg spheres for those as well. And because this spot is so dark and there's so many vines that there's just you really have to light it up or you get nothing. So either you overexpose it and everything is kind of washed out and bland, or you put light strategically around it to bring back in the colors of the plants and the saturation and the proper shadows. So here, this one's a little bit of Photoshop magic because we took the picture as you see it. We had fog, we had the whole 9 yards, and then my assistant went around and held the book. So she's holding it here, holding it here, holding it here, and then I took my assistant out of the final image.
Wow.
And I believe there's a video here, a small video, that you can kind of see is also on my TikTok if you go there. So here's us prepping. There's the light behind her with the sphere. And then you can see Mom off in the corner, standing in the middle of the greenery, holding the softbox. if you come with me, you're gonna be put to work. I don't know what to tell you. So we created these images, and of course they were her favorite image. And then I got invited to her party. We went to her senior party, and it was this big, huge portrait that she put up of that photo, which is so cool because, I mean, if you think about even, years ago when we graduated high school, 5 years ago or whatever that was, um, we didn't get pictures like this, like we got like, oh, sit on a rock and smile, or here's the portrait in the studio. We didn't have the tools that we have now to be able to go on location and create basically anything that we think of. So in that way, I always say like we're just so spoiled right now with goodness because we have so many incredible tools that are right at our fingertips that we can go out and we can create. Like Chris said, we can just go out and paint and create anything that we see, and we can make it come to life for our clients and for our own creative hearts. Yeah, so I love seniors. I love doing seniors. I'll do them for as long as they'll have me because they're a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and this image is really cool. I laugh when you said when we graduated high school 5 years ago because
Yeah, 5 years
I
ago.
have an image of me standing next to a big 9 and 6, with my elbow on. and
Oh, you're older than me.
and then an image
Yeah,
against the fake brick wall with suspenders. So
it's always the same. It's funny. I'll ask groomsmen now when we're getting them ready for their photos, and then I'm like, "When's the last time you were photographed?" And they always say, "Oh, my high school pictures." Like my mom dragged me, and I had these and they always say, "Oh, they're awful. They were cheesy. I was smiling uncomfortable in these high school pictures." So, that's just a testament to also how often people hire professional photographers. It's after your high school. It's pretty much most people not until you get married again. And then after that, when you have babies and families and things. So these are huge life events. So they should be treated appropriately with passion and with love because these are the times in their life when they're being photographed. And also the price tag should go along with that.
ooh, I like that. That was deep.
Ooh, that was just stuck that one in.
Yeah.
It's true.
Get ya.
It's true. If it's an important thing in your life, it should come with love and a price tag.
Amen.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
I like it. Chris, mic is yours.
What's going on? So this one was pretty simple. This is actually a couple that met at the Mint. It's a bar here in Las Vegas. They met there. They wanted to do their shoot there. It's the first time he's shooting inside a bar or outside. This was an outside park location. And I saw the wall. It was blue. You'll see it on the BTS, the actual blue wall. And I said, well, like I've always told people is I like to paint, right? So what's going to make that wall even more blue? A blue MagMod filter. That's what you got to do. Just add more blue to it. It's that easy, right? So I just like to match up the color with my gels to gel it up. And a big reason is I know there's people that are going to say, well, you can just take it to Photoshop and color it more blue. Well, here's the difference. Just like Amber said, you're able to take that camera and show them how it looks on the camera. They're able to show that image, and it's very impactful. And one of the things that I do every time I show an image from the back of my camera is that you gain the confidence of the customer. Once you gain the confidence, they're going to do everything you want them to do, right? So everything that I want, anything that I want, they're going to say yes to. And plus, it makes me feel good to know that I'm going to go home and I don't have to edit that much too. So it's just really good to get it good on camera. So one of the things that I really liked about this blue wall is I like the opposite color of red on her dress. So I knew it was going to pop. And then that expression, she was a little bit nervous. So I always like to tell my couples, hey man, I'm going to move back, say something not funny in her ear. I use another word. I don't want to use that word here, but I just say something, and my favorite phrase to use is papi chulo. It always works. Man, papi, you look good, daddy. And it just starts laughing. The bride always starts laughing. It always breaks the ice, right? It goes with my culture. So that's what I said right here. I said, man, Papi, you look good. And he just started laughing and she started laughing and I captured that image. And that's just the way that I caught it. So it's easy. It's basic. I sometimes also like to keep things simple. I think that less is more.
Yeah, I love that. I just want to hear Arno say Papi Chulo.
Chulo.
No, but I want to hear it like the exciting, like, you know, like Chris said it to his client. Come on, Arno, let's.
Papi chulo.
When you
I
get
wanna
Chris
hear
and
Chris-
Arno together, it's all we hear. It's Poppy this, Poppy. Oh, they have such a
Oh, so he's
bromance.
already rocking it then. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear Chris come to Australia and start calling grooms daddy.
Yeah, it's funny, man. But I mean, it goes. You know, one of the things I always tell people is, they always ask that question, man. How did you get that expression? How do you get people to, you know? My thing is be you, right? And I never hire a customer with an email, with a phone call. It has to be a Zoom call. And you have to get to know me because not every customer can work with me. My personality might not work with you, but I know that if I'm going to take your job, I have to be myself. If I can't be myself, I'm not going to be able to create great images. I have to let the person inside of me come out. So when I show up, I literally, the first thing I say, "What's up, Papi? What's going on, Daddy?" That's just the way it is. And my assistant Julio, he was like super shy. Now he's the same way. Like he learned to be the same way. So the people that work with me, they already know we're here to have fun and create some great stuff.
That's really cool. Chris, there's something you said that you might not have even realized you said it, but I think it's actually worth pointing out. You said, before I hire my clients. And what I liked about that was, oftentimes as photographers, we think, oh, we got to sell ourselves. They got to hire us, right? But it's the same. It goes both ways. Like, yeah, they're hiring us, but we also get to pick who we want to work with. And
Absolutely.
you know, if there's somebody that maybe we have that personality and they just don't jive with it, it's like, well, then maybe they're not the right client for me. So I think it's yeah.
Yeah, and have a fun time, joke around. One of the jokes that always works too that I love is, you know, and it boosts it boosts them up. I always say, like I'll go up and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is a perfect day." They're like, "Why?" "No Photoshop needed. Thank God." And they just love that. They're like, "Oh wow, we look that good." Yeah, y'all look that good. So I always say you gotta say something to break the ice. Your first sentence, your first image, you gotta break them. If you don't break them on the first time, you're gonna have a little bit of rough shoot to break them. Just break them right off the bat. It's the
Yeah.
first thing you got to do.
I love that.
Chris walks into every room, Trevor. Like when he gets to the groom, he walks in and he goes, "Puppy, puppy, ay, ay, ay."
But he does. But he actually does. In fact, last year when we all flew in before Fab 4 was the first time that some of them have ever met in person. So like right off the bat, Chris and Arno run into each other, and we meet all the time. So we do like right now, like once a month meetings, because we really want the Fab Four to be this incredible thing. So we have put so much love and heart into this. So we have met on Zoom, but they had not met in person. And I'm telling you, these two ran down the hallway towards one another like long lost like siblings or something, and they just embraced, and it was puppy. And for 3 days straight, these two were having a bromance fest with Poppy this and Poppy, and it was so cute. It was so awesome. Because they felt like they had already known each other because we had worked so long on creating the Fab Four. So this is really how they act all the time.
That's fun.
This is real.
I love it. I also loved hearing Poppy in the Australian accent as well. That was nice.
Puppy, puppy, ay, ay, ay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so this is so real.
My cheeks hurt. Ben,
Oh,
you got this
sorry,
incredible
I can't-
image.
I need windscreen wipers. I got tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, oh wow. Who did that? That's cool.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful image. Somebody's got to take credit.
I'll tell you how I did this.
Ben will,
Yeah.
Ben will teach that at the Fab 4.
What?
Ben will teach that at the Fab 4.
He'll teach it. Nice.
Yeah, I still got to perfect it yet.
Yeah.
No, I tried this particular shot about 2 weeks before, just with a white light, and I kind of wanted to see what would happen. And with the white light, I got the colors, like the faint colors that the bride and groom were wearing and stuff like that, and it looked cool. But I sort of thought I want more, and I wanted to try and create something more. So I've got this LED sequencing light that rapidly changes colors, and it's not as bright as the high intensity LED I did the first one with. Like you need something really bright to do this shot, and you can't do it with a flash. So I used the light with the sequencing colors, and I thought I've got to be able to capture those colors in the movement of the lens, because I'm a sixth, I think it's a sixth of a second is the shutter opening on this. And all I've done is held the camera, pressed the shutter, and then done that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up a little bit bigger. I'm sorry, do that one more time, Ben.
So I'm using a 70 to 200. I'm at 70 mil, and I've got a light, or the little torch, or the flashlight that's sequencing is taped to a mag shoe on a light stand behind them, because there was no way to sort of get it on the light stand. So it's taped to a mag shoe on the light stand pointing straight at them. And I've had to aim it more towards the groom, because I didn't have two of these lights. If I had two, I would have crossed them over, one on the groom, one on the bride, and would have put them behind their heads. So the light is about 1 meter behind them, and it's aimed it's behind the groom, but it's aimed sort of a little bit towards the bride. And it's sequencing different colors. So then I've got the camera, and I'm on a sixth of a second. I think it's on f4, and I've clicked the shutter, and then I've moved the lens like that. And pretty much that's all I've done. And it took me a couple of goes. Sometimes the colors kind of merged into one another, and sometimes it didn't work. But when you get the right sequence in the flashing lights, you can make it work, and you can get a couple of different colors in the scene. You've just got to be careful that the people you're working with aren't epileptic, because if they are, you could be in strife. So there's a behind the scenes there. You can't really see much of me, but you can see the flashing going on, and it's pretty small. So
Got it.
So bait. Okay, so it's like it is driven pretty fast. So
It was brilliant.
So Ben, going back to the shot, so you didn't actually, it's not, I guess, because when I look at this, I was thinking maybe it was a flash movement and then flash, but it's really just the light changing is causing that kind of imprint of each of the people. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because if you look at the behind the scenes, the light is just flashing different colors.
Yeah.
It's, I think, sequencing red, blue, green, or something like that, and it just continues to flash that. And the slower that goes, the less volume of colors you see. The faster it goes, you tend to see a little sequence of the colors. So I'm still kind of experimenting with it in getting the colors out of it, but unfortunately the light that I'm using for that isn't a high enough intensity, and there's nothing kind of on the market that is a color sequencing high intensity, light like that. There's only high intensity white lights. I'm still trying to massage it a little bit to get it right.
No, I love that though, and I love the idea of that kind of that movement. This is the type of photos that are kind of like artwork, right? That people can print really big and put in their house, and if their friends walk over and they're like, "Oh, that's a cool piece of art." "Oh, wait, that's you guys? Wait, that's on your wedding night?" And then for them to even have like kind of that behind the scenes as well. It's like, oh yeah, it was an actual shot. It wasn't a piece of art created later. This was an actual photograph, painting with light. So.
And it was done in the darkest of darkest car parks that I could find at this venue. And I said to the couple, like, it was at the venue where the chapel was. And I did a shot similar to the first one that we saw. And then up the hill and around a little bit is the dark car park. And I've gone, "Guys, come with me, like, into the dark car park." And they've kind of looked at me a bit weird, going, "Is this guy going to murder us, or what's going on?" And I've sort of set up the light in there and got it all sorted and showed them, and she's like, "That's amazing." So
cool.
Yeah.
Was it last question here, Ben? Was it like an LED bar light? Is that what it was?
No, it's a product called an RGB critter. It put together by a company called Anson and Mellon quite a few years ago, and there's been a few iterations of it, but I've kind of got the original one, and it's used for light painting. You've got a whole lot of attachments you can use, like a staff and stuff like that. So it's cool, but it's not quite. It doesn't have the intensity that you need for something like that, unfortunately. So need to create a product.
That's really cool, though. I like the idea too that what you're showing is something I love doing, that kind of stuff with the movement and the flash and colors and everything on the dance floor. I'm sure all of you guys probably enjoy that. I always call it drunk shooting, just because I kind of do this when I shoot, and I kind of move and I kind of create the movement. So fun stuff. And again, it's all about going back to what you said earlier. It's about knowing how to use your camera, how to use light, just those important steps, right? So
yeah,
and Ben will we have a bonus day in Vegas. We're going to the desert, and Ben will teach all the students light painting with flying dresses.
Nice.
That's cool.
We'll do some light painting stuff. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Arno, tell us about this one, bud. Love it.
Yeah, that's we talked about artwork. I was there. There was a wedding venue of the couple, and during daytime, I saw a big rusty fence, metal fence, very thick, and I thought, oh, maybe I can take my wedding couple after the opening dance for a creative image. That was the fence. You can see the holes. It's very thick. So when you look at that and you paint that with light, you can create a sort shape outs in your image, but it has to be dark. So we waited after the opening dance. Then we get with the couple to that place. We took a few test shots. But when you're using mag gels or flashes to lit your couple, there's a lot of light in the air. So we use the grids for the key light on the couple, and we use the mag grids for the rim light with the couple. So we don't have that light in the air, so that won't hit the fence. And we use 1 or 2 speed lights on the ground aimed to the fence. And that creates those blue shapes, and that's it. A little bit more blacks in Lightroom, and you have artwork that is in their living room now.
It is an insanely beautiful shot. It's interesting because when you look at it close up, the blue almost looks like brush strokes. Like it was like a painting of some kind that they created. But again, just painting with light, right? And then who's this guy? Is this Poppy?
Yeah, that's Chris. Yeah, no, that's a second shooter or an assistant, and now you can see the fall of light around him. You see a lot of light at the bushes, light behind him, and that's why we use the mag grids to get off that spill light and create a beam of light as a key light and a beam of light as a rim light. So the blue light, so we only have the blue lights, and we don't have to do a lot of painting in Photoshop.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
And when your image is almost ready, you can show your image to the couple, and they are super happy at that moment, and they are talking about your image on the wedding, and that's free advertising.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, going back to what we've said a few times already, it's just visualizing, right? Oh, I see this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into that, So
yeah,
cool.
always look around. I took the students in Vegas last time for around the venue, around Meet, and I asked them, what do you want to learn? We want to learn that you visualize something from nothing, and that's what we did. So we walked and we did a trash can shoot. That's also on the MagMod Instagram page. We did a Bocalicious shot with the shoes of the couple of the model like that. So yeah, create vision and always look around. That's very important.
That's awesome. Love it.
Arno,
Yeah.
you're my favorite human, brother. I love, like, anyone, if you're coming to Vegas, you get to experience a toilet shootout, a trash can shoot. It's just you're gonna have
high end.
like, it's gonna be so good.
It's fun.
Trevor, you should come. Like, just hang out with us.
Oh gosh, you
I would love
should.
that. It would be fun to watch you guys.
should.
Love it, love it, love it. You know what? I don't know.
Fun bit.
Maybe I just recently updated Lightroom. Like when I opened it today, and it said you had to update, which, I mean, I guess it just came out. Well, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but every time I'm opening an image, it's basically trying to find a face, and it's like wanting me to name the face. Have you seen the little thing pop up?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't even know if I mean, I'm sure I can turn it off somewhere, but I brought up this image and it was funny. It was like trying to have me name her 4 different times, like on the face. I got rid of them all, but
Hi.
yeah, kind of interesting, right? So anyhow,
Yeah, I opened Photoshop this morning and got an update, and then walked downstairs. I got a new car. So
nice.
but I'm an idiot. Sorry, carry on.
Amber, I think this is yours.
That is mine. So, yeah, this is just kind of a testament to, what Arno was saying a minute ago, that you can be just about anywhere and create something. You're really only limited by your imagination, and of course by your knowledge of how to use flash in your camera. So we had a bridal suite, and we had a couple minutes to take some pictures of the bride getting ready, and it wasn't that long. It was really quick. So guests were already arriving for the ceremony. We couldn't leave, so we were stuck in this room, and the room looks like this. It is a room with these walls and some mirrors and a little couch, and that's just about all we had in there. So for this one here, I brought out the MagSphere, and so it's one light MagSphere where her face is pointed, and I took her close to the mirror that was on the floor, adjusted it a little bit so I could see her. My camera is right up against the mirror that's on the wall. So there's 2 different reflective shots there. And then I had a prism that I carry with me that I had been trying a minute ago to mess with it to see if I could get anything, because the room needed something. And I put the prism up next to the side of my camera. So the reflection you're getting is 2 mirrors and a prism.
Wow.
So that's why there's 6 brides in this photo.
That's really cool. I was thinking it was like kind of
mhm.
like the mirror bezel edge, but I would have never thought it was a prism. That's really cool.
Right, which I do. I love beveled edges. I love them so much. Every time I go somewhere and I find a mirror, I look for the edges. But we didn't have a good one, and it wasn't going to give me the reflection on the opposite side,
That's
because
cool.
then I would have had it only on the one side. Yeah, so and then just standard practice of posing. I know Ben and I have learned traditional posing, and we are big sticklers for learning your basics and teaching the basics to all of our students, with the body away, the face back in, the way that the hands are, the way the foot is curved up to give her the hip, and all the things that you need to create depth and drama, in photography, especially when, again, you're just in a plain room and you're going to create some shadows. You can't forget about where the shadows are going to fall onto your clients as well, to photograph them in the best light. So yeah.
That's awesome. I think, Amber, the first time I believe that I was introduced to you was when you took the stage with Jerry Jonas, and he's
Oh, Jerry, yeah.
he's one of those that is really big into kind of that classical posing, really making everyone look very flattering and bringing out the best of everybody. So
Yeah, I'm very blessed that Jerry was one of my very first mentors. So when I found him and I started following him and studying under him, I knew that I was in the right direction of where I wanted to go with my art, because he loves the human form, and he understands that in order to make your clients look good, you don't always have to pose them, but you do need to guide them in a way that is going to be complementary to them. So yeah, I started following him, ran with everything he taught and, posing from the toes up. And in the workshops, I go over it, even if my workshops are just teaching lighting, I'm just showing you lighting, this is lighting, I will still stop, pose my model, and I'll explain to my students why we're doing this, why we're doing that. Because even if you know lighting, even if you know gels and you know all these things, your clients still have to look good in the photo, or else they're not going to buy the photo. No one's gonna buy a photo where like the lighting is beautiful and the colors are great, and then she's got a weird shadow across her face, or maybe the light is hitting her and makes her belly look bigger, or 100 different things that women go over in our heads when we're being posed, and we know things that we don't like about ourselves. So
Yeah.
as much as flash is fun, and you need to understand it as a photographer, you need to understand posing the human body as well.
That's great. Good insight. Thank you so much.
Can I add something? Sorry, Trevor, can I add something on that?
Mm-hmm.
No.
As photographers, the first thing we're all taught is to look for the light. And one thing that I learned quite early on was, yes, you need to look for the light, but what is also very important is what you hide in the shadows. So in terms of how you're posing a body or what you're saying in a photo, so much is said with the light, but then there's also so much said with how you use the shadow and what you hide in the shadow and what you dull down in the shadows. So I would argue that the shadows are just as important as the light.
Yeah. I
Yep.
100% agree with that. Thank you, Ben. That's great. Appreciate that. Chris, you ready to grab the mic? I think you got 2 images here shot in the same type of area. You want to tell us about these ones?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, awesome. Well, there's this couple again. So this is the mint bar again. I wanted to make sure to incorporate the pool table, though. When you're incorporating the pool table, and it's you want to make sure that it sticks out in a way that you can actually get like a 3D kind of thing. So here, I literally put my camera on the pool table, and I opened up the lens as wide as I could. I'm at about 15 millimeters. One thing I realized right away is I only had 3 lights with me, and that was a big mistake for this shot because I wanted a backlight. So one of the things I did was I did a pink, a blue light on the back. Then on the video, on the BTS video, you're gonna see I had Julio run, light them up in the front, then go back and light the balls up through the back. Oh, well, here's this.
Here, hold on. We'll go to the next one here. Here,
Yeah, there it is. So I have the camera there. Lights them in the front and say, Julio, once they flash and I tell you to go, you're gonna go and I'll do a backlight on the actual balls. So you'll see him. Oh, I didn't put it. I'm so sorry. But actually on the I'm sorry, I didn't put it on that video, but he actually has to run because what I realized, you couldn't see the balls. It was too dark. My exposure was very dark. So he literally takes it back. It might be on the other video. Can you put the other video real quick, Trevor? I think you'll show it on the other video. It's basically the same concept, just so the softbox, guys, is lighting them up, and then it also lights up the actual balls. So I'm not sure if I include it. And right there you go. So I did that for both photos. You have 2 lights in the back, magenta and blue, main 24-inch softbox MagMod with the Geek Photo, lighting them up and lighting her up on this scenario, and then using that same backlight to backlight the balls. And that's how you get that image of that ball and that pool table kind of thing on both images. You get to see the ball come out like 3D. So right there, she's a little bit excited. So I just said, act excited, feel like it's going to hit your face, and you got a ball coming right at you. So it was just fun. It's a fun shot, man. It was cool. I mean, what else do you say, right? They wanted something fun of him playing pool.
I think it's great, dude. I think what I've learned from this is that at the Fab 4, you'll learn how to light your balls.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You'll learn how to do it. But one thing I'll tell people, and you should have seen that day was like super funny. That moment. That's why I took off the audio on that clip, because I did not want you to hear what I said. It was very bad, not good at all. Keep this PG-13. One of the things I've told people, and I talked about it in the Fab 4, and I'm gonna redo it again, is that just because you forget a light doesn't mean you can't create multiple lights with one light. And that's very important to remember. And one of the things is that people will get stuck. I have videos where they've gone pretty viral where I have my assistant get one, put the blue gel, run, take it away, go put the magenta light, then get the hell out of the way, come and hold the softbox, then put the softbox, then put another light, and everything is like literally I'm just standing still with no tripod. So one light can take you very, very far. You just got to have a very quick assistant to change things up and make it happen.
I got you, man. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So if you ever need to know how to light anything, including balls, call me up, man. I can help you out.
You can tell Ben and Arnold are excited. They're excited.
I can't. I can't.
Look at Arnold's.
Hey, Arnold knows that if he would have done this shot, he could light.
So Arnold doesn't know how to light balls as good as Chris.
He doesn't.
Oh my God.
And just like this.
I'm dying.
We're good. We're good.
Keep a straight face, Chris. I love you, man, but I could not keep a straight face.
Oh, I just had to make you guys laugh a little bit. It was good.
I laughed so hard. I think a little bit of wee-wee came out.
I'm sorry, Trevor. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Did Ben just say a little bit of wee-wee came out? What did you say? Did I laugh so hard?
Oh,
This is why you can't take us anywhere. We're so stupid.
No, I love it. I love it.
This is the
I'm
fun.
just looking at Arno, and Arno's just crying.
This is the fun you'll have. This is the fun you'll have.
Hey,
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
stuff.
I'm sorry, Trevor. I'm trying to keep it cool, man.
No, there's nothing to be sorry about, guys. I enjoy
Can we
it.
record that whole thing over?
No, are you kidding me? This is cemented in MagMod history
Oh
right now.
no!
The same ever in folklore.
No, I love
No.
it. I know we have two
Arno,
more
stop
images,
looking at me.
and then actually before I let you guys go, Arnold, I was just thinking it's like 1:30 in the morning now for you. It's like it's late, huh?
Yeah, no, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Yeah, nice. So we'll have two more images. I think we have one more from Ben and one more from Arnold. Hopefully we don't have to light any more balls. We'll just go past that. But and then I also, if like I said before you guys leave, I want to do a little fast money round where I have some questions for you.
Okay.
So with that,
Ugh.
Mr. Ben, I think this is your image. It's a beautiful one.
Thank you. I'll be really quick. So again, here we are at the toilet, at the bathroom.
Is this really
So-
a bathroom? Wow.
Yeah, you can see in the behind the scenes, like you go basically around the corner and there's the male toilet or the male bathrooms is right there. And this is just a hallway walking down to the bathrooms. There's a mirror there. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I shot them in the mirror and just added some color to the walls and just created something colorful? Because it was quite plain and quite beige, really. And that's what it looked like. So it's it's 3 flashes, one blue gel, one pink or purple gel, all sitting on mag shoes. Again, my favorite thing ever. And then one flash on the couple with a softbox on it. And yeah, one shot.
I love it that you can show them right in camera. Like right in camera, they get to see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Beautiful.
fun. So
And I go through and break it down, but you can sort of see around the corner is into the toilets. So
you have so what's interesting is when I'm playing the video on this side, I can hear the audio and I kind of makes it hard for me to hear you, but it looks like you have one. Yeah. Okay. So it's what's going on here? Tell me this. You have the MagSphere. Is this gelled over here?
yeah, so there's a I think blue gel under the MagSphere.
Okay.
And then the next flash just has a little dome on it, because I haven't got a second MagSphere. And it was just to direct it more towards the wall, and that's got a pink gel in it. Sorry, I've cut your gels down and made them perfect circles so that they stick on my flashes.
You're totally fine.
Yeah, I'm a gel modifier. And then the last one has a the softbox on it just to softly light the couple.
All right, so I'm going to go back to the image now that you've kind of talked about that. There it is. Wow.
Yep.
So the
Blue gel.
softbox is lighting them, and then they technically would be kind of over past this wall this way, right?
Yeah, they were actually slightly behind me. So in order to not see the softbox and not get too much spill, I'm pretty much standing in front of the softbox is behind me, pointed back at them, and they were probably a meter or half a meter behind me, and I'm crouched down so that you don't see me in the mirror, and I managed to get the right angle to make it all happen.
That's cool. Love that. Good stuff, man. Super cool image. Arnold, I think you're gonna close us out with this crazy cool light
Yeah,
lighted shot.
that's a one light mag beam. I use the mag beam with the stripe pattern inside. You see the BTS, and I aimed that to the wall. It's a boring parking garage. Aim it to the wall, and I put the model inside the light. You have to do 10 or 20 frames to pose the model exactly in the light. She can't move, and then you take the shot, and then you have a one light. You have the stripe light at the back on the wall, and you have that harsh light. You can see the shadow in her neck, on her face, and so you can create with one light and a mag beam, super creative image.
That's awesome.
Sort of Star Wars. Yeah.
I love that. You're right though. When you put it on there, it's such a thin line of light and so precise that you do have to hit it a few times to make sure you get them right in it. I've gotten to the point where I can get up there and just hit the test button a few times and make sure I see it, lighting them up. But I think that the most important thing when you're using the mag beam is put it on a light stand as opposed to having an assistant hold it, because just a little bit of movement will cause that light to not hit where you want it to hit.
Yeah, I always for all my life I use a light stand.
Yeah.
Also for key lights, because then everything is controlled.
Yeah.
So there's no change of all, only wind. Yeah, I lost a speed light a few weeks ago with my MagMods, but that was falling into the water on the castle, so that's gone. But that's the only thing. But I always use a stand, and so the light is always the same in every frame. That's important for me.
That's cool. Good stuff, you guys. I think another theme that's kind of come up a few times throughout this video is that just taking any scene, and making it something special. Like hey, this is a kind of a boring scene. Let's just make it exciting. And that goes back to that whole idea of being able to visualize and see, kind of like, this is how I imagine it, and now I'm going to turn this scene into what I see in my mind. So, super cool stuff. Guys, before we do wrap this thing up, I got a couple questions for you. I think we're going to call it the fast money round. I'm going to throw these questions out. You guys, if you have an answer, great. If you don't, that's okay. In other words, not everyone has to answer it, but I'm kind of curious. First question that comes to mind is, what's the coolest place you've ever shot?
Kauai.
Famous Santorini sunset in Greece.
Ooh, Santorini is beautiful.
Cesena in Italy.
What was the name of the city in Italy?
Cesena.
Mexico. Cancun.
Mexico. I love it. What about the weirdest gear hack? Anything that you guys do besides break kaleidoscopes?
Pepper shaker.
Wait, I heard two at the same time. Ben, what did you say? A pepper shaker?
Salt and pepper shaker.
How is this a gear hack? Or is this something that you got to go learn at Fab 4? I've never heard of this.
Well, we were in this really crappy venue, and it was all red wood and stuff everywhere, and there was nowhere to bounce a flash, and I hate just punching flash straight at people. So on the tables, they had these little, this is the mouse, obviously, they had little white salt and pepper shakers that were about an inch and a half high.
Yeah.
And nowhere to bounce the light, so I got my flash, turned it around, held up a salt and pepper shaker behind my flash, and went click, and bounced the light from that onto the couple, winning.
That's genius. That's definitely a weird gear hack. Anyone have anything weirder than that?
I mean, I've bounced it off my assistant's face if there's nothing else, I just close your eyes and bounce it off her face. Or I like to do ring shots on dresses. So like if the mother of the bride or bridesmaids has a sparkly dress and I need someplace cool to put the ring shot, we'll have her sit down. We'll do the rings right on her lap and do some bocalicious, Arno, little bocalicious shooting through the sequins. And then, yeah, looks gorgeous.
That's a great idea, actually, Amber. It'd be fun to do that and then actually turn it around and show, hey, mom, look, the ring's sitting here in your lap. It'd be a little bit weird though, because Chris would be like, "Hey, puppy, daddy."
Chris can't be in the room when you're doing stuff like that. He can't be around.
Yeah, so I would say toilet paper before my MagMod days. I needed to point a light for a ring, but it was too harsh, so I couldn't figure it out. So I just got some toilet paper, put it on front, and it just softened the light.
Diffused it. Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I have 2 magnets attached outside my camera bag, so I can put a modifier on gels on my camera bag while I'm shooting, and when I need that fast, I can take it off fast and put it on my flash.
That's cool. I like that. All right, so Chris, we heard your silly phrase, the poppy and stuff. You probably have a whole range of them, but what are your go-to silly phrases that you guys use to make your subjects laugh or kind of get some different emotions out?
Mine's a chicken noise.
Chicken nose.
He did that to me once. It works.
You pull one of those out when they're not expecting it. The expressions you get are wicked.
I love it. I love it. Any others?
I'll show them a photo of Chris with his balls.
Yeah, I like it.
Awesome. I like to when people are looking off, like I want them to look somewhere else, not the camera. I tell them to look over at this spot and think about thoughts.
Think about thoughts.
It takes a minute, and then they start like, that's just stupid, and then they start giggling, or something, just acknowledging the fact that like it's awkward to stand in front of a camera. Like I tell the girls to like laugh, go. It sounds so dumb. They make the sound and then they come down, and yeah, just sometimes reminding them of like it's kind of silly to stand somewhere and pose sometimes. So
yeah, I like that. Very cool.
Yeah, just smile. When you're smiling, your client also smiling.
100%. And when you're having fun, right? I typically, when I'll have them like whisper in the bride's ear, for example, I'll say, hey, tell her what you had for breakfast, but I want you to do it in a Spanish accent. It's typically that when they kind of they'll kind of try their Spanish accent or whatever, and it's typically gets them both laughing. So
yeah.
You guys have any dream celebrities you want to photograph?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Hardy.
A lot of Toms.
Sorry, was that fast?
No, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, you too in the Joshua 3 with MagMod.
Oh, you too. I thought you were saying me. I was like, thanks, Arno.
No.
I don't know if I.
No, you too, the Irish band, famous Irish band in Joshua 3, but then with MagMod.
You want to recreate their album? I gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I've missed out on my two. The 2 people I would have loved to photograph would be either Freddie Mercury or Robin Williams.
2 amazing.
Oh, that's so good.
Amazing artists.
So good.
They're both just so passionate too about what they do, which is so important. A couple more questions. This one's a weird one. I don't know what kind of answers I'm going to get from you guys. If you have an answer, if you were a MagMod modifier, which one would you be and why?
24-inch softbox, because you always got to start slow and soft.
Oh, good Lord.
That sounds oddly romantic.
I thought you'd be a big round ball, like
be the sphere.
The Sphere XL.
I will be the creative color gels to color.
For sure. I would definitely be a magenta gel.
Ooh.
Always makes everything look better.
Nice.
I'd probably be a MagSphere because my partner Haley says it feels a bit like a boob.
Oh, good Lord.
All right.
Editing most of this out.
And then last 2 questions. You're 4 minutes away from arriving at your wedding or your shoot, whatever shoot it is. And I always have like a hype song that I like to put on. Mine actually goes back to I used to referee soccer and flag football and all kinds of sports back when I was a teenager. And every time we'd be pulling up, my buddy and I would always play Sabotage by Beastie Boys. It was kind of like our hype song. So what is your hype song? What's the song you guys are listening to right before you arrive at a shoot?
Rufus the Soul, No Place.
I don't think I've heard that song. What song was it?
Rufus the Soul, No Place. I'll send it to you, Trevor.
Yeah, I got to look that up.
Yeah, for sure.
Awake in Joy by Fairy Tale. That's a DJ.
Nice.
You guys have specific songs picked out.
I'm getting all kinds of good ideas now.
That's what the question was.
I like Rihanna. Rihanna.
Like
Bitch
Rihanna?
Better Have My Money.
Nice.
And just
I actually don't have one.
Yeah.
I'm just
boring.
Oh, boring.
I just talk to myself.
I'll listen to whatever I listen to on the way. Like sometimes it's a podcast, sometimes it's music, sometimes I haven't really got anything. Like it's the psych up is when you get to a crappy venue and it's raining and it's like, dude, just get out and do it. Just remember, think about light, just do it.
Guys, last question for you, and then I'll let you all go. You guys have given me so much time already, but who's a photographer right now that inspires you?
Ooh, outside the Fab Four.
Well, no, that's okay. You can say each other. I like it. I was pointing at you guys.
There we go.
Those three, and outside this box, Sam Hurd.
Oh yeah,
Sam's an amazing photographer. He's really creative. Yeah.
I've always been obsessed with Annie Leibovitz's work. The way that she lights an entire scene, and there's so much brilliance there that's becoming almost like a lost art form. So I love to go back. I have a couple of her books and just go through them and become inspired by them.
That's great. I love that.
I have 3 and they've never changed. So I'm sorry. I know you asked for 1, but I'm extra. Fer Hurestis, and no order, but it's just always Fer Hurestis amazing.
He is amazing. He's down.
Jay Mazelmo was my very first one, and it still is. He's a photographer.
Chris, say that one more time.
Jay Mazel from New York. He does documentary. It's really street photography. Really, really good.
Interesting.
And then my last guy, you had the privilege to take photos with him, Christian Cardona. We already know.
Yeah, Christian.
So, inspiration.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing those. Those are great.
Chris, I'm going to outdo you. I've got 4, but they all. I'll be really quick. So in the beginning, Jerry Gionis kind of shaped, I guess, how I see things and how I pose and how I direct and that sort of stuff. So him in the beginning. Then I hung out with Ryan Shembry for a little while, and his use of flash and his use of lighting and how he understood and saw things changed how I shot again in a really big way. And now looking forward, there's a couple of Asian photographers who are just incredible. One guy, his name is Feng He, and Keta Z. Both of those guys, their lighting, their posing, their aesthetics, like everything is just down to perfection, and I try to get that perfect. It's what they do is incredible, and some of the backgrounds that they've got to use and that sort of stuff just yields such incredible photos. So a lot of the Asian guys do some incredible work.
I want to share that I think all of you are out there inspiring lots of photographers as well. There's probably hundreds of people out there that are naming your names specifically just because you guys are also incredibly talented. So keep doing what you're doing. And before we let everyone go, let's just bring this up one more time. You get their Fabulous 4, their workshop. There's the QR code. You guys go check it out. And I want to make sure that I throw this coupon code up as well. There's that coupon code, MM25. So, you get the little emoticon things. Do I have?
Yes. Usually on our when we're done, because we do our little meetings, we always do little hearts or something little screenshot send off.
Here we go.
It's like
I
one of our
got to
little
turn my
things.
reactions on. I think I have my reactions off. Wait, let's do this one.
Yeah.
Is this the party one? There we go.
Look at it's so good.
Yeah. Guys, it's been so much fun talking with you. I really appreciate the time that you've taken. I know it's been a long one, but I think there's so many valuable lessons, things that people could extract from this and become better immediately just because of the things they've learned. So thank you for taking all this time. Arno, I know it's super late. Ben, it's early. And then Amber and Chris, you guys got the
I gotta make dinner.
Yeah. So appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'd love to see everyone coming to the Fab Four. As I think we're all very humbled to be able to share what we know and share, our learnings and help people along the way. And if we can be the people that inspire other people, then I think that's incredibly fulfilling for all of us. And coming to this event, please know that it's not just a workshop where you're a number where you walk in and you walk out. You become part of our family. You become part of something bigger and part of a Flash community that is incredible, that is incredibly supportive. We've got people like Trevor. You've got amazing companies that throw their weight behind supporting, the creatives and supporting creative endeavors. And if we can help build that community and we can share what we know with as many people as we possibly can, then a rising tide floats all boats. So we would love to see you there. Please come and join our community. Come and be part of our group. Come and be part of us. And we're looking forward to creating something really amazing with you.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Love it. Thank you so much, Ben. I think that's a great way to wrap it up. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.